What's up guys, MJfeldy here, and welcome to week 5 of building the Imperial Star Destroyer. Now without further ado guys, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so we had like a 4 or 5 hour long building session and we actually got a ton done. Like compared to what it looked like in last week's update video, like this is such a huge improvement. Like it's almost to the point where it was before it collapsed on me, which is really good. I'm glad we're making a lot of progress. And I mean, it looks like we did a lot more than like we actually did. I mean, we did do a lot, but it especially helped that we had, all of the plating and stuff already built and just on hand from when I built it the first time. So that was really nice. And then all we had to do is just like sort of put them on, build a little bit more of the structure. But as you can see, we have the bridge finally attached, and I just did a little simple brick build up here, and then it's held in with some of those special bricks. I don't really know what you call them, but it sort of just slides in there. You can kind of see it's poking out a little bit right here. But anyway, that's how I attach that. It's pretty simple, but I guess it works. And then we also got the turrets attached just by this simple little design here. And then they just rest in place like so. And then this is the side of greebling that we got done in last week's update video. And then we finally got this side done as well. So it is all finished, all the greebling on the sides. And also one thing that we still need to add on, which I will probably do later in this video, is finish adding the bottom plates, like the back part of the bottom plates, which shouldn't be too hard, so I can get that done real quick. Okay, so we've got one full bottom plate attached. And man, I'm just so happy with how this turned out. Like this is way better than what I had last time. Before it was all like warped and stuff, like the entire bottom plate, and it was just super like unstable and stuff like that. But also down here we got the sensor dish, or whatever you want to call it, like the circular thing down there. We got that attached as well. There's a little cutout in the bottom plates where I can show you real quick where this kind of attaches there with that Technic piece right there. It just connects on either side. So that worked out pretty nice. I'm glad we got that attached as well. There's a little bit of a gap there that I will have to fill a little bit later, but this bottom plate was super stressful to put on. I had one of my buddies over and he helped me hold up the panel while I like attached everything, and it was super stressful and took probably a solid like 30 to 40 minutes just to attach one. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to attach the other one in this update video, but I will definitely have it for next week's update video. But anyway, guys, like this just looks super amazing. And I think this is probably the best angle right now of the Star Destroyer. Because on the other side right here, you can see that, of course, like we don't have this entire bottom plate done yet, but on the other side, it just looks incredible. And then I also wanted to show you guys that we reinforced both of these bottom plates. This is the other one that we still have to attach. But this one in particular actually just like literally collapsed on us because it was super fragile from the last time. But luckily we had a lot of plates that we could use to reinforce this and make it a lot more sturdy. And same thing with the other one. But yeah, they are way more sturdy than they were the last time. So I'm very happy that this is hopefully not going to collapse on us again. And yeah, guys, even though the top plates like aren't even studded in, I think the technique that I used really works out. So they just like rest on there. It works really nice. And you can kind of adjust it if the gap isn't quite like where you want it, or some of the plates are shifted a little bit. You can kind of adjust that as you want, which is really nice. And then as you can see, I built some miniature like TIE fighters, X-Wings, stuff like that to fly around. When I'm completely done with this, I want to have a huge like battle diorama with a bunch of these guys. I think that'll be super cool just around the the Star Destroyer. So I think that'll be super awesome to do just some little finishing touches when we're actually completed with this. But also another thing that I wanted to show you guys is we finally got sort of the layout of the back engines. So as you can see, we got all three of the engines there. And then there's like 4 smaller ones on there's like 2 on this side and 2 on this side that I still have to add in there. There's smaller engines. And then of course, a lot of like plating, tiling, and detail still needs to go into this, but I don't think it'll take too long. But at first I thought the engines would be a little bit too small, like look a little small, but I looked at some pictures, some reference pictures online, and I don't think that they're going to be too bad. I think they'll work out just fine. And if they do need to be bigger, I'm not really sure what pieces to use, because I've seen some Star Destroyer MOCs where they use like the half domes from the Planet series, but those are literally pretty much exactly the same as these pieces, so not really too sure, and I don't really want to go brick built for them, but I think this looks just fine as it is. And then also at the top here, you can see that these top plates match up just perfectly. And then of course, you know, you got the bridge and all that detailing that I went over in the first update video. But yeah, I'm so happy that the bridge is finally attached. And then pretty much all we have to do from here is work on the layered section and then also just attach the bottom plates like I said before, but that'll be a pretty easy job. And then the layered section will probably take a little bit longer because, you know, a lot more design and thought process has to go into that versus these plates that I, you know, already had built from the previous time I built this. But yeah, guys. And then I also wanted to show you guys underneath here, I did a lot of work on, I probably spent actually about like an hour on the hanger section here, just filling in all the gaps and whatnot to make it look super awesome. And I think this is one of the coolest looking parts of the Star Destroyer so far, without a doubt. But yeah, as you can see, all of the gaps are indeed filled, especially in the back there, right here where there was a gap before. Filled all of that and then put some more tiles on either side. And then also we got the miniature Tantive 4 hanging down here, and I think that's a really good look for it. And it actually does fit perfectly inside of the hanger, so we can display it either way with it inside of the hanger or just outside of it, but I think I like this look a lot. And then here's a little comparison for you guys. This is the Super Star Destroyer, which I actually reviewed here on the channel, so if you haven't checked out that video, go ahead. I'll have a card up here if you want to take a look at that video as well. But this compared to our massive Star Destroyer, and I actually just measured it, and it is 5 feet and 2 inches long, so that is pretty enormous. And even though the Star Destroyer is like, I don't know, 6 inches or so longer than the Super Star Destroyer, it's just so much more massive. Like just the area that it takes up and how wide it is, and then also with the base as well that it's rested on, just like that comparison is just insane. But yeah, guys, I think that is going to be it for this week's update video. And next week's update video isn't going to be like super huge or anything like that because, you know, of course, we still have to design and start building the entire middle section here by the bridge. And then also, you know, attaching the other bottom plate as well. And then we might get to the back engines, not really too sure, or maybe we'll do the back engines before we do the middle section up here, but we'll just have to see what we can get done. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this week's update video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will end this week's update video with just showing you guys some really cool shots of the Star Destroyer. But I will see you guys in the next video.